And good morning. This recording is happening during my first period visual imagery class. So, yes, we are going to make an aperture GIF. So this video assumes that you have already taken your two pictures at two different aperture settings. I have both images in Photoshop right now. You can see they're labeled 0001 and 0002. One of them, the background changes to be much more blurry than the other one. Your effect will actually be greater than this, so you're going to have like a really out of focus shot like this. And the second shot, we're going to pretend this was shot at f22, but this is likely more kind of in the middle of the dial, f8. Your background should be like totally in focus. But you can see one is obviously more in focus than other. This is just the example I had on hand. So the first step is to get this one of these pictures laying on top of the other one in the layers panel. To do so, doesn't matter which one first, but grab your background layer. So you should have your layers window open, which is under the window menu here. And I'm just going to click and drag the background layer over here up into this other tab. So you'll see it kind of activate. And now I need to bring this document back down on top of this picture, and you'll notice that when you see this white outline, that means that yes, you are actually going to drop the image on top of the other. So I'm going to do that one more time for y'all. Let's delete this. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my other image, click and drag the background layer on top of this tab here, drag it down into the image, the canvas, and let go of the mouse. So now I've got layer 1 background. If I click the eyeball on and off, you can see the difference between the two. So the next thing I want you to do is make labels for each image. You can tell which picture you've taken at f1.8 or f22 because the f22 is going to be a little more, much more in focus in the background. So I know this picture was likely f1.8, and for your example, this would be the f22 example. So, hello, hello. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so let's add a label. I'm going to go down to my type tool, which I already have selected here. Click in this area, and I'm going to type in f/, what did I say? This is 22. Okay. And I don't know, in photography, this is just how they've decided to write this out. It's like there's no spacing, just f/22. And then I want my text to kind of stay in the same place as my layer turns on and off. So an easy way to accomplish that is to just make a copy of this layer and then edit the text. So I'm going to select my top layer, hit Command D on my keyboard, which for some reason is not working. Interesting. Okay, another way to make a copy is to click and drag it on top of this new layer icon here. So now I've got F22 and F22 copy. I'm going to hide one of the layers. So I'll hide this F22 layer. Grab my type tool and click on the type to edit it. Notice my cursor changes as I hover over the text. If I hover over the text, that little square goes away. This means that this is going to edit the existing text. If I were to click down here with that little square, that means it's going to add new text. Okie dokie. So double click here, type in f/1.8. And then just click on any other tool to kind of set that text. What else? Let me hide this. And I'm going to label these as well so I know which is which. So my background layer is the f1.8. So I double clicked on that f1.8. So by process of elimination, this must be f22. So to change the name, you double click on the name f22. Okay, so now I'm ready to make my animation. I'm going to start by showing both the f1.8 layers. Like so. And then I need to go to the timeline window. So we'll go to Window, choose Timeline. Click on where it says Create Frame Animation. If it does not say Create Frame Animation here, you need to click on this little triangle. It probably says Create Video Timeline. You don't want a video timeline, you want a frame animation. And then once you have that up, you click on the words here to create the frame animation. And it has automatically made frame number 1 for you. I want it to play for a little longer, so where it says 0 seconds, I'm going to choose, I forget what we did last time. Let's do 1, see how it looks. So now we need to make a new frame by clicking on this page icon here. And then while we're on the second frame, I'm going to hide these 2 layers and show the F22 layers. So uncheck the eyeballs next to F1.8, check the eyeballs next to F22 layers, and you're pretty much done from there. If I click on both layers, you can see them change. So at frame 1, it's showing these 2 layers. At frame 2, it's showing these 2 layers. And then I'll hit play to kind of see what the timing is like. And it's not looping, so where it says once here, I'm going to choose forever. Hit play again. So that's pretty good. Super clean. The reason why I had to use a tripod is because you didn't have stuff shifting around. I kind of wasn't satisfied with the last batch. I should have asked you to use a tripod. But back then we didn't have very many, so that's my excuse. Now we just need to save it. So File, Export, and Save for Web. And from here you might want to resize it. If it's like these numbers here say, you know, it'll say something like 3,000 pixels because you are shooting these with a high resolution camera. I would change the image size to like 800. Mine was already pretty small to begin with. Also make sure it says looping forever. That's it. Hit save. You've done this a billion times by now. Call this Aperture GIF. Save. And that's it. Enjoy. Put this in your WordPress. Follow the prompts. And have a good night.